Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Ones Below, from 2015, a little older film, but it's been on my list. It's popped up many times. It's only 6.1 on IMDb. I want to say maybe 16,736 people rated it so far. It is on Prime Video. I had a hard time. My Fire Stick was acting up. I couldn't get much to work, but of course Prime finally starts working after I unplugged it and plugged it back in a whole bunch of times. But you know, it's about a couple who is expecting their first child, but then they come to realize that there's a little difference between them and the people who live below them who are also expecting a child. I don't know, very weird kind of synopsis. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but somehow it's been on my list for a while and I've been meaning to watch it. And that's all I know about it. I'm just trying to see if it's a foreign film. Nope, it's in the country of your origin is the UK, but it's in English. So I don't know. Let's get into it. Let's find out what it's about. Hour and 26 minutes long. So there's something about it that people made it show up on my list for. So let's see. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody. We're at the credits of The Ones Below. Sorry, no check-in, and I actually have a different reason for no check-in tonight. The main reason was because I didn't want to give away too much of the movie and spoil it, right? Because a lot happens that you know, helps in movie reviews that I want to share, and I was like, well, we got to see where it goes before I start just blabbering everything out. I do think now I could have done a check-in, and I don't think it's going to ruin it for you. But before I get into all that, David Morrissey, if you've watched The Walking Dead, he's the governor. He's in this. That's the only actor I recognize. So there's this young couple who lives in an apartment in not exactly sure, but over in the UK somewhere, right? And it's the apartment complex. There's an upstairs apartment and there's a downstairs, the ones below, right? And the couple before that, or the family before that, had moved out right at the beginning of this movie. We got a new couple moving in. That's the governor and his wife, right? Oddly enough, both couples are pregnant, right around the same amount of time, 18 weeks, 21 weeks, and they meet, they become friends, all that, or, you know, at least start of a friendship as they move in. Okay, everything's great. Well, then an accident happens. And this is what I wasn't sure if I should tell you, but it happened so early in the movie, and it's the whole catalyst for the rest of the plot. I have to share it with you. But essentially, the new couple who lives below, the ones below, have an accident, lose the baby. Okay? And they feel as though it's the ones above's kind of fault, right? So there's a falling out between the two of them. And you know, it gets pretty bad, and the ones below actually move out for a period of time until the other couple has the baby. And they kind of write him a note, I think, and they explain that to him. Then they move back, and that's where a bulk of this movie takes place. Now they're moved back in below, and this is like plots you've seen before where you're not sure. Well, the couple upstairs, more in particular, the woman in the relationship feels as though there's something going on. You know, the couple, you know, with them having the baby, not having the baby, they might either want to harm the baby, or they want to, you know, take the baby or do something like that. So, you know, it starts like down that path. You know, they're getting more involved. They're acting as friends. They're willing to watch the baby. But she's kind of going down the conspiracy route of, you know, this isn't all what I think it's supposed to be. Right? So then you're in that uncomfortable situation of where she's trying to find things out or prove things, and she's just getting met with, no, you're wrong kind of stuff. You've seen movies like this before, right? Or where that happens. And for me, it's like uncomfortable. You know, she knows, like, oh, I know something's going on. And it's like, no, here's all the proof that shows nothing's going on. You know, and this is just an example. There's other things like that. It doesn't have to deal with babies and stuff. You know, sometimes relationships. You know it. You've seen it, right? So that's what goes on for, you know, I'd say 3/4 of the movie. Until finally you're waiting to see what is really going on, what's going down. And so because of that, I found myself not wanting to watch. I don't like that. It makes me feel, you know, just kind of like the same kind of thing when something continuously goes wrong for somebody, you know, time after time, nothing goes right for them, continuously bad. It gets, I don't know, it irritates me. Just like that irritates me when she thinks something's going on and it's not coming to fruition or whatever's happening. They're either hiding it well or there really isn't anything going on, but you feel, you know, cringy for that woman in this sense. So I mean, which I think is good for the people who made the movie, because that's how they want you to feel, right? They want you to have doubt. What is really going on, and who do you believe? And you know, for me, so I like that for that aspect of it. And now I will say this, and you know, I felt it was a little bit. I kind of had my own thoughts on the way everything was going to go, right? Really, I mean, there was no. I don't know. I don't want to go into too much detail, but I kind of, you know, I felt it was kind of predictable. And not predictable as in now you should know, but when you watch and they show you what's going down, I think maybe you will be predictable, but it'll be predictable to you too as well. So the one odd thing, I guess, and maybe it was just for effect, the whole shoes thing is slightly, I don't know, not that important, but it was the only thing that I was like, you know, so I'm just going to quickly talk about it, but I don't know. It's good. It's an hour and 26 minutes long. I don't know. It's not bad. It's definitely not a bad movie. It's not something, you know, I'm completely surprised about. I thought, wow, this is awesome. Well done, but just, I don't know. Just felt, man, maybe because it's 2016, it just felt like it's kind of been done in some form or fashion. It's not that original to me. So that's my thoughts on the movie. I do want to say spoiler a little bit. I'm not going to ruin the ending or anything like that, but I want to talk a little bit more about the movie. Not that I haven't done that already. But anyway, spoiler alert. Real quick, the shoes piece, right? So the couple keeps their shoes outside the door. Now, that's because he lived in either China or Japan, I guess. And, you know, the whole reason they did it outside and they continue to do that, I get the significance because it led to that accident. But is that the only connection that we have to that, or is there a meaning missing behind it? Is there a missing meaning behind it that I didn't catch? That's the only thing. But regardless, I mean, everything else, like I said, was pretty easy to ascertain. As soon as you see, oh, that's what they're doing. That's what's going on. You know, you know, and then it's like, yep, you're right. So there you go. That's what I got for you. I don't know. Check it out if you like. You won't be terribly disappointed, but I don't think that it's a groundbreaking type movie. But there you go. Maybe it was back then. All right. I rambled enough. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.
Thank you.